In today's video, I'll be sharing 6 passive income ideas that are making me $37,000 a month in 2024. Stick around because I'll also be revealing exactly how you can start these income streams and just how hard or easy it really is to get started. First up, we're talking real estate. And let me be clear, this is not a get-rich-quick situation. In fact, right now, our real estate venture is in the negative. Why? Well, my family and I recently bought a condo in Hawaii that we've listed on Airbnb. It's been about a month and a half, and the upfront costs have been substantial. New mattresses, furniture, and the whole 9 yards. So yes, in terms of cash flow, we're still in the red. But, and this is a big but, it's already fully booked for the next month, and I'm optimistic that by the end of 2025, this investment will start turning a profit. So, why am I bringing this up? Because real estate isn't always about immediate returns. It's about playing the long game. We're focused on creating an exceptional experience for our guests by adding all the little details that set us apart. Fancy teas, high-end coffee machines, premium mattresses, beach gear like snorkeling equipment, chairs, you name it. So far, we've got 5-star reviews across the board and earned a guest favorite badge on Airbnb. That's proof that the effort is paying off, at least in terms of guest satisfaction. But let's talk numbers, which is what really matters. In 3 years, this property is projected to generate $3,700 of profit per month. Over 5 years, we're looking at $45,000 in profit, not including the appreciation in equity. We're estimating that the condo's value will increase by about 4% each year, which means we're looking at around $57,000 in equity appreciation by year 5. That's about $3,900 per month in equity. Now, of course, we won't see that cash until we sell, but this is a long-term play. If this works well over the couple of years, we'll likely buy another property. In real estate, it's all about patience and capital. You need significant upfront capital to get started, and it requires more hands-on work than you might expect, especially at the beginning. But once you have everything in place, it becomes much more passive. In terms of risk, real estate can be tricky, especially with fluctuating markets. But if you're smart about your investments, it's one of the most reliable ways to build long-term wealth. Next up is something a little more straightforward: I-bonds. These are government-issued treasuries that are currently paying 5.27% interest, which is significantly better than most savings accounts. Now, I'll be honest, this income stream doesn't make me a ton of money. In fact, it only brings in about $135 a month. But it's a low-risk, set-it-and-forget-it kind of investment that's worth knowing about. And here's the thing, I-bonds are limited to $10,000 per person per year. And while that's not a huge amount, it adds up. I've purchased them for myself and both for my daughters, and the best part, they're incredibly low maintenance. You buy them and then you just let them sit and earn interest. No work required. When it comes to capital, I'd give this a 5 out of 5. You do need money to make money with I-bonds, but once you've made that initial investment, there's nothing else to do. As for risk, as long as you trust the US government, it's about as safe as it gets. So in terms of risk, I'd rate it a 1 out of 5. If you're looking for a simple, safe place to park some cash, I-bonds are a solid choice. Now, let's move on to affiliate marketing. This is one of those income streams that can really vary depending on how much effort you put into it. Right now, I'm making about $1,000 to $1,200 a month through affiliate links, but I know that there's a lot more potential here. I've experimented with different affiliate programs over the years. At first, I focused on consumer goods, things like makeup and clothes, but I quickly realized that these categories weren't generating much income, so I shifted my focus to more lucrative categories, like personal finance and credit cards. And while I'm still not making a ton of money from affiliate marketing, I've found that books on Amazon and credit card referrals tend to perform the best for me. What I like about affiliate marketing is that it can become quite passive over time. For example, I still make about $100 a month from an affiliate link I included in a TikTok video I made way back in 2022. That's the beauty of this income stream. Once the links are out there, they keep working for you, even if you stop actively promoting them. In terms of capital, affiliate marketing doesn't need much at all. I'd give it a 1 out of 5. However, it does need some initial work. Setting up your affiliate links, creating content that promotes the products or services you're affiliated with. So, for effort, I'd rate it a 3 out of 5. And as for risk, it's pretty low, so I'd give it a 1 out of 5. Let's talk about high-yield savings accounts. This is another super passive income stream that I absolutely love. Years ago, I had no idea these accounts even existed. But when I first moved to the US, I opened a savings account with a big, well-known bank. I figured that's what you do, right? Well, they were offering a laughable interest rate at 0.01%. I mean, come on, it was ridiculous. The inflation rate was 2%, so you'll just lose money in the long run. It wasn't until I started diving into personal finance that I learned about high-yield savings accounts. These accounts offered by smaller online banks are FDIC insured and offer much better interest rates. For example, right now, Sophie is offering a rate of 4.6%. And even if you only have a checking account with them, you'll still earn 0.5%, which is significantly better than what you'd get from one of the big banks. The beauty of these accounts is that they require absolutely no work once they're set up. You just deposit your money and it starts earning interest. As for me, my high-yield savings account generates about $2,000 a year in interest. Now, in terms of capital, you obviously need some money to deposit, so I'd give it a 5 out of 5. But for effort, it's a 1 out of 5. There's literally no work involved. And in terms of risk, it's also a 1 out of 5 because these accounts are FDIC insured up to $250,000. If you're looking for a way to make your money work for you with minimal effort, this is a no-brainer. Alright, now we're getting into the more interesting but also more volatile side of passive income, cryptocurrency. Now, if I'd made this video a year ago, I probably would have been complaining about crypto. But the past 12 months have been a wild ride. I've had around $30,000 in crypto for the past few years, and without adding any more to it, that's grown to $70,000 this year. That's like $40,000 gain in just 1 year. Now, full disclosure, I haven't sold any of it yet. I'm holding on to my Bitcoin and Ethereum because I believe in their long-term potential. I've dabbled with other coins in the past, but honestly, unless you're a full-time crypto investor, it's hard to keep up with the news and market trends. That's why I stick to Bitcoin and Ethereum. They're the most established and have the best long-term potential. If you're thinking about getting into crypto but don't want to deal with the risk of platforms going bankrupt, we've seen that happen with companies like FTX and BlockFi. There's another option, the crypto ETFs. These are essentially funds that track the price of Bitcoin or Ethereum, but they're offered by big, reliable companies like BlackRock and Fidelity. You can invest in them through apps like Webull and Robinhood, which I personally use for my own investments. Crypto is definitely one of the more capital-dependent and risky income streams out there, so I'd give it a 5 out of 5 for both capital and risk. But in terms of effort, it's a 1 out of 5. You can easily buy and hold through any investment app, and if you're willing to take on the risk, crypto can be incredibly lucrative, but it's not for the faint of heart. And finally, let's talk about one of my favorite income streams, credit card bonuses. This one feels almost like a guilty pleasure because it's so rewarding. I've done a lot of research on the best credit cards for earning miles and bonuses, and 2 cards stand out for me. The American Express Gold and another major card I use for my business expenses. Now, Yes, these cards come with a high annual fee, but the bonuses more than make up for it. I accumulate about 300,000 miles a year through my spending, and this allows my family of 4 to fly business class on long-haul flights without paying out of pocket. For example, I recently booked a business class flight to Germany for just 120,000 miles and $5 in fees. That's right, only $5 to fly business class. A lot of people think you have to spend hundreds of thousands of dollars to earn these rewards, but that's not true. With some careful planning, you can use credit card bonuses to cover a significant portion of your travel expenses. And if you're worried about the annual fees, just remember that the rewards more than offset the cost, especially if you're smart about how you use them. In terms of capital, I'd give this a 3 out of 5. You do need to have spending power to accumulate miles, but for effort, it's a 1 out of 5. Once the cards are set up, the points just accumulate as you make everyday purchases. And as for risk, I'd say it's about a 1 out of 5. As long as you're disciplined about paying off your balance each month and not overspending just to earn miles. And there you have it, 6 passive income streams that are making me over $37,000 a month in 2024. Now, I want to hear from you. Are you already using any of these income streams? Which one do you think has the most potential for you? Let me know in the comments below. I know, most of the side hustle I mentioned today requires capital. And if you want to find the side hustle that works for you, make sure to watch this video. But don't click on it just yet. Make sure to subscribe if you want to grow your wealth. Okay, I'll see you over there.